And two, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Our first carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Counter play with Jacobs. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here is 3rd down and 4. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Love now. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it.
The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Wide open receiver, complete. They give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go with Jacobs. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And he spins past him and into space. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's Love. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that went quite well.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Love looking to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs to about the 33-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Off play action. Here's Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Goff. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Gibbs straight ahead. Room here to run. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd and goal at the Packers' 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. To throw is Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, good move. And able to get this out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing. Love. Oh, what a move. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. A gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
To throw now, here's Love. Pass caught, that's Golden. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's a gain of 18. And the Packers first down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Packers.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. The final shot before break here. Goff. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll throw now on the final play. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Goff now to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the punt there. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Firing quickly out wide is Love. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now Love. That's taken in by Golden. So the completion good for just 3. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Love. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 8. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Love from the gun. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. Down to about the 37.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Out of bounds at the
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Packers will add to their 4th quarter lead. That makes this a 2-score ball game, and you know the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Yeah, really with I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping, pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers, pay my bills. All the books.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. A gain there of 21 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
His throw caught right around the 6. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal. Now it's gone. And it's caught. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Sam Laporta from 4 yards out. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The mind is out of bounds. It's telling you that you check about those memories that's happening overseas. You feel alive.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake.
Yeah, sure, without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
That's taken in by Kraft. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On now is the Packers punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down 17-14. Less than 90 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Goff. St. Brown on the catch. But no help there as they'll get to him at the 5.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Goff now to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. And he is going to lose yardage here.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
The tackle made back at the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. Now it's Goff. Right side to Williams. And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9, and compounding things, it's now 3rd down as well. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
One last throw here for Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say